No, I thought you were going to say like 5 or 6 years or something.
Because I'm old. Hey Myszki, it's me, Coco BeChamel. Welcome to Queen Time! Queen Time is a wonderful place where the amount of blurs beats up first seasons of Drag Race. Let's summon our guest for tonight, a very special guest indeed, Yayah! Whoosh! Hello!
Hi!
It's so wonderful to have you here.
Yes, well, how are you doing?
Oh, fabulous, obviously. How else would I be doing? I guess it's not a hard name to pronounce, but just to be sure, did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, Yayah.
Did you ever consider using other drag names?
Yeah, I definitely considered some more like feminine names in the beginning, but I decided that I wanted something that was a little more gender fluid, that I could use, you know, as I travel from different projects.
How did you come up with your name?
It was just kind of a sound that I liked. It was originally going to be a band name, but I couldn't get anybody to join my band. So I was just like, well, fuck it, I'll be Yayah. So it's me now.
How petty are you?
How petty am I? I don't think I'm petty. I think I'm really realistic. And I think sometimes people who are a little more delusional think that could be petty, but I'm just keeping it real.
Do you shave or block your eyebrows?
I shave most of them and I leave these little nuggets right in the front just as kind of a guide.
How long have you been doing drag?
I think it's been like going on 3 years now. I still feel like a baby queen sometimes, but when I think about it, I'm like, oh, I guess I've been doing it for kind of a minute. So yeah, 3 years, that's not too bad.
Is there a song that other queens perform to that you hate?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Okay, name two.
I'm pretty over God is a Woman, or like really anything Ariana Grande. I love Ariana Grande, but I just think it's like a club default that a lot of queens fall back on that I'm kind of sick of hearing. Anything really like brand new, current top 40 is always just a little predictable for me.
You are a fashion queen, obviously. You have a lot of fun looks that I personally adore.
Thank you.
But here's a funny question. Which of your looks do you like the least?
I mean, I like most of my looks because I come up with them. There's nothing I really like regret or dislike. I think maybe I had this like little red dress that I wore to the first year of DragCon. And I didn't wear it padded or anything, so it just looked really like boxy and silly on me. So maybe that is like not my proudest moment. Yeah, and the hair selection was kind of caca.
What was the last scary movie that you watched?
Midsummer. Saw that in theaters when it came out like a couple weeks ago.
Was it scary?
It was like unnerving, which was scary. But it wasn't like, ah! It was just kind of like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Okay. So they had the tension, not jump scares.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a good one though. Go check it out.
Okay, I just might. Talking about scary things, why were you afraid of zombie Elvis? Gotcha!
So Zombie Elvis, you remember those like little magazine stands? Those like magazines where they were like black and white covers and they were always just really ridiculous things that obviously weren't true. And I remember I was like 8 years old or probably even younger than that, and my parents were taking me to go see Hilary Duff in concert. And we stopped at a gas station or grocery store to grab something, and I remember seeing that on the shelf and just being like, having no, you know, idea that it's not real or anything like that. So I was just like, oh my god, there's zombies and they're alive, and well, I guess they're not alive, they're zombies, but they're here.
They're undead.
Yeah. And so the whole night at the Hilary Duff concert, which I was so excited for, I just sat there in utter terror the entire time that Zombie Elvis was just gonna like walk in or walk on stage or something, and just, I was terrified of that. And for years and years, I've always been scared of those magazines. Aww. I remember there was another one too where it was something about Bat Boy. There was like a little boy who lived in a cave and he looked like a bat. But I'm still afraid of Zombie Elvis.
Is there anything you'd like to plug in now that you're here?
Well, my EP Hard Life is now available on iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify, so you can download and stream that now. I've also got my debut album Dreamland that came out last year, is also available on all those platforms. And And I'll be at Capitol Garage on Saturday. And I'll be at
Punchline
this Sunday.
Now that we know that you're both a musician and a drag queen, who inspired you to do drag? Who inspired you to do music?
I would say the person who inspired me to do drag was Rosalie Valentine, my lesbian lover. I didn't know really much about the world of drag until I met him. So he definitely like got me into it and inspired me to get into it. Musically, I was always just inspired by like the music my parents listened to as a kid. So I spent a lot of time listening to like Metallica, Led Zeppelin. I wouldn't say that necessarily like influenced my music. That's what my mom listened to. My dad listened to a lot of like ABBA, Linda Ronstadt. So I've just got like all this influence from like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And then on my own, I kind of found more like new wave music, so like Depeche Mode and New Order. And that's all been like really, really influential in my music.
When you perform your own songs, do you prefer to lip sync or to sing them live?
It depends. If there's like an actual sound setup and a sound check and there's stage monitors, then I'll sing live. But if I'm just like at a club, I prefer to lip sync or have like a backing track with my music, just because it's really, really hard to hear yourself in a nightclub. They're not really geared for live performances.
What is your favorite hat?
This one. I love berets, and it's like a really structured beret. And then I put the trim, little, where are they? Little dongles. Yeah, I think this one's really, really cute.
Did you ever break a bone?
No, I sprained my ankle though.
Oh, that hurts even worse.
It was probably worse than breaking a bone. And it happened at a gig.
Okay, so tell me, how did this happen exactly? And did you finish the song?
I did finish the song. I don't think anybody really even noticed too, because it, like looking back at the videos, it wasn't anything like noteworthy, but I just like hopped off this little platform, my foot just kind of went, and I knew right away when it happened that it was really, really bad. And I had probably like a minute left of the song, so I just did one of these numbers right off the stage and threw some ice on it, called my dad, because he's a doctor. Then I did Slayer like the week after. I should have probably taken some time off, but I did not at all.
What would be one good advice for new queens?
Just stop now.
Do you know what time it is? It's rapid fire questions time! New wig or a new dress?
New dress.
What turns you off?
Long sweaty fingernails.
What is your favorite curse word?
Cut.
Daddy or a twink?
Daddy.
Too little or too much cheese?
Too much.
We're done with that part, so now it's time for you to ask me a question.
How big's your dick?
I just have balls.
Just pose. Just
no, dick
right
balls,
there.
yes.
Love that.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it at least half as much as I did. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
And also, tell us where to find you online. I mean, you're an influencer after all, so what are your social media?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Venmo.
Venmo.
At Yayah the Artist.
And of course remember to follow me on my social media, so Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And Twitter a little bit, but it's mostly dead. We'll put the links below, so don't worry.
No, because the CIA is gonna come find me. I don't know.